Come on.
Come on, man.
Oh no. That's so dumb.
I don't know.
I'm gonna need some verbal encouragement too, because I'm feeling poor. My body just, I think I really wasn't ready to get the first burn. My body, like everything hurts now. Kind of like tweaked my pec and like more whacked out.
Yeah, so Midnight Lightning, V8 in Yosemite, perhaps the most famous and recognizable boulder in the world. Little bit of history, it was first climbed by Ron Koch in 1978, and at the time it was just one of the hardest things around, perhaps the hardest boulder problem around, and it became a true test piece. If you were able to climb Midnight Lightning, that was a big deal. Leading up to this trip, when I told people I was going to Yosemite, everyone was like, "Are you gonna flash Midnight Lightning?" And for some reason I was so nervous about giving this climb a flash burn, and obviously I did not flash, and I got really in my head about it, and my foot's picking, I'm just getting frustrated, I didn't warm up well, I got really pumped warming up, and I actually almost threw in the towel and quit right here because I was just feeling so bad and frustrated.
Might be done.
Yeah?
Felt really terrible. Felt like really a horrible burn.
That's for like 20 minutes. I feel like we should move on.
Yeah, this boulder is actually not really overhyped somehow. It's phenomenal. I'll show you the holds in a little bit and talk about those at that time, but the landing's flat. There's this nice rock pedestal that you kind of can place all the pads on. And as you can see, it sits right in the middle of Camp 4, which is one of the main campgrounds in Yosemite. That is cool, and I think adds to how iconic of a climb it is, but at the same time, it kind of sucks because there's just like tons of people there always, and like our entire session there were at least a dozen other climbers coming in and out the whole time. The movement is fantastic. It's so fun, and the rock is very good. It's quintessential Yosemite granite. The height is great. It's a bit spooky. Crux mantle. You're pretty high off the deck. It's a bit of a jarring fall, and then you have like an excellent, beautiful top out.
Come on, Eric.
When discussing the problem before it was climbed, Ron Koch and I think it was Backer were saying that odds of doing it were the same as the odds of lightning striking at midnight. So that's where the name comes from, and it's tradition that anyone who sends retraces the lightning bolt with their chalk.
Perfect. Really good. Get over.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice, Eric. That was very smooth.
Oh, it felt really nice that time.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's true.
Or you like jump off the tree was fun, yeah. Like do like a lot of like pins and then hugs.
It's not the most aesthetic problem in the world, but it certainly is striking and very imposing, especially when you're standing directly under it. It's a beautiful setting, these massive Yosemite trees on either side, and it's really a joy to climb. In terms of top 100, I don't know. It's certainly not even the best V8 in Yosemite, and I'll show you some of those in future videos. Here are the grips. This is the left-hand start hold. From what I remember, it's just a nice flat edge. Right hand is this in-cut blocky crimp. As you can see, it's pretty schmutzy. It's, every single climber that walks through Camp 4 grabs this thing with their greasy little fingers. And here is just the glassiest foothold ever. I heard all about this hold going into this trip. Oh. Yep. So that's kind of frustrating, but overall, the boulder as a whole was less glassy than I expected. Pretty much every hold you get higher, it gets less glassy because fewer climbers can make it that far on the problem. So this rail is even, it's a little bit slick, but not so bad. And I recall that edge being similar. Here is the famous lightning hold. You can see the little lightning bolt. It's pretty in-cut, a little sharp, honestly. It kind of like gnaws at the corners of your fingers. You latch it with 3 and then do a little piano match sort of thing, which is not super pleasant. Then you get this great sloper rail, cool undercling for the right hand, in which you press up into. And I remember when I did it, it felt easy. It was just some matter of like getting your foot up first or pressing first or some little trick like that. And then it wasn't so bad. Those holds are quite good, kind of like thank God holds. And then you just summit and send the slab. It's a little bit dirty, a little bit tenuous, but all good fun. And there's the Midnight Lightning, of course. To get down, you can either shimmy down that giant tree, which is what Chris and Matt did, or you can descend a very big slab and jump off the back, which is what I opted to do. Yeah, Midnight Lightning, great problem. Now I'll show Chris styling it.
Nice, Chris. Come on. Come on, Chris. Come on. Get it.
Come on, dude.
Lean, lean, lean. Trust. Nice, Daddy. No radish.
Yeah.
You lucked out this time, Chris.
Drowning radishes. Chilling up there?
You don't really have a choice. You kind of got to be chilling, so.
Nicely done.
Soldier